Nate can't quit this place? Just
Can't quit it.
why'd you want to come back?
Obviously, again, being from the state, like, this is always gonna be home. It's gonna always be a place that I come back to. Whether Champaign, Chicago, like I'm rooted here, and then just the people in the building, Coach B, Pat, like Pat's like a brother to me, man. Like, was just at his kid's birthday party the other day. Like, just that community outside of football. That's a big reason why I came back.
What was it about the role you're going to have now, if it's any different, or just what's going on in this program that you wanted to come back this time?
Regarding the role that I have now, so I'll basically run the day-to-day for personnel and recruiting, right? Mm-hmm. So I'll run the day-to-day operations with emphasis on the evaluation and the recruitment process of all players that come through this program, portal and high school. And then just, again, being able to work with great people. Still doing some hiring right now, restructuring. But when it's all said and done, I think we'll probably have like 16 total people in the department. So it'll be a fairly big department. So to be able to come back and help Pat was the driving force.
What did you learn in your year as GM at Syracuse, running that show?
Yeah. First off, I want to thank Syracuse for the opportunity. Coach Fran Brown and John Wellhack gave me an opportunity, and got a lot to learn from there. So being there for a year, obviously a lot of administrative work with what's coming down the pipeline in terms of college football, with the money, rev share, all that stuff. So was able to be in those meetings and understand what's coming. So to get away and learn some stuff and then come back, this is going to help me, help this program, and take it to a different level.
You and Pat have seen quite a bit of things here, right?
Yeah.
Like, can you take us into that relationship and how meaningful that is to you, and why it pulls you back here so much?
I don't know, like when I first got here in 2016, obviously Pat was here, but he was like one of the guys like that I clinged to when I first got here. He'd been here for a long time, so leaned on him a lot just to understand what we're doing, how we're recruiting in Illinois, because it's a different type of program than most, So I had been at NIU before, so I knew the areas and stuff like that. But coming to the Big Ten, Pat was, I think he had 2 or 3 years already in. So just developing that relationship the first time here, and then, we just became close, Family's great, so that's what it was.
The way this part of the coaching setup has changed over the years. 20 years ago, this job might not have existed, right? You had 10 guys, 9 guys, and that was it. Tell me about what that means to you and how great is it that more people are like you're able to get involved.
Yeah, so after I got done playing, I knew that I wanted to do personnel, the recruiting side of things.
Sure.
So just being able to grow all those years, if you would have asked me when I first started, would this be something I'd think about doing, this position right here, I probably wouldn't be able to tell you yes, right? But because of where college football is going, I'm just blessed that Coach B was able to give me this opportunity and really lean on my skill set and the trust that he has in me and Pat. We work together. I think we like Shaq and Kobe. We make a good tag team duo. So, the trust that they put in me to be able to come back and do this and lead this department that way.
I don't know if we've ever asked you, but what is it about the player acquisition evaluation side that challenges you or interests you as much as it does?
Yeah, I like finding those diamonds in the rough, and then just having the ability to evaluate properly, because anybody can watch a highlight, but it's getting deeper into that, especially where college football is going. You want to make sure you're making the right acquisitions, right? Going away from a lot of old traditional ways that we used to recruit, so being able just to find those guys that fit what we do, right? Not necessarily that can fit other places, but specifically how we do things here.
You have great perspective because you've been here before, you've been here with Coach B, you've been outside when Coach B was here. How has this program changed just recruiting-wise and just overall over those years?
Just under the direction of Coach B, he's a master, right? Works hard, knows how to recruit. This is still a relationship business at the end of the day, and I think everybody in this building is good at doing that, which makes recruiting much easier. And then obviously on the field, success plays a part of it too. So, when I was away, just being able to see what Illinois was doing on recruiting trail. Obviously, we were similar guys we were on, but I just know how Coach B and all these coaches recruit and how they attack. So that was a big part of me coming back as well.
Can you walk us through the call between you and Pat to get the wheels turning on this?
Not to get into anything specific, but when Pat called, I always pick up the phone. Like I said, that's my brother. So when he called, just putting some fillers out there, and I was like, yeah, I'm always going to be interested. It's home, so I would just say, obviously, I'm here. So conversations went well.
I mean, how do you leave when you're the head of some place?
Yeah, that was difficult. It was a difficult decision, but at the end of the day, like I said, I just felt like something was drawing me back here.
Yeah.
Even outside of football, just community. Just being able to be back around, family. Jason got the church here and all that stuff. So all that stuff, just really played a part in where I was at the time.
Yeah, are you able to measure your growth in doing this? I mean, do you know now how much better you are than when you first got started in terms of evaluation and all that kind of stuff? Can you tell, I wouldn't have known that 5 years ago, whatever?
Yeah, a measuring stick for me, I mean, it's just like starting off where those guys that we helped bring
Sure.
in, how did they develop over a period of time. I always say we, pretty good track record. Not to toot my own horn because it wasn't just me, but that, and then just my experience. Every year you got to learn, right? You're either learning or you're not getting better, right? So my experiences with different people, different coaches, just getting input on how different people eval, how different people see things, and the majority of the time, like if you're around people, you can always learn from them, whether it's good or bad.
Yeah.
I know you're still restructuring everything, but what is the goal of restructuring this, and what's the impetus behind all of that?
Yeah, basically, we want what we want to do is have our department be, obviously we're support staff, but we want to like I said, we want to make sure we're making the right decisions, and it's going to take a lot more people to do a lot more, work to get it done. So the structure, don't want to really give it away yet, but it's just knowing Coach B, it's going to be a plan in place, right? So.
I mean, you know this state extremely well. What's the perception of Illinois football in the state now versus definitely in 2016, but even early on in Brett's tenure?
Yeah, I say it's up there. It's top tier. Before I came here, I stopped up there and see a lot more Illinois emblems and stuff on cars, flags outside of people's houses. So the pride is back. I would say that for sure. And I just think it's the emphasis of what Coach B has done in his program. A lot more players from Illinois on his roster, so you got a lot more coaches and fans and families invested into what's going on down in Champaign.
So were you waiting for them to win 10 games before you came back?
Nah. Yeah, it seems like every time I leave, something good happens the next year. So 2019 left, beat Wisconsin, missed that. They go to the bowl game, right? And then obviously the year they had last year.
Sure.
But I'm here now. So.
But you look at this team coming back, all the guys coming back, all the returnees. You must see the potential is for what could happen with this team in the field.
Yeah, 100%. That was a driving factor of me coming back as well. Again, some of these guys, the seniors, I was a part of the process of getting here. So just good to see the team again. Introduce myself to a lot of the new guys the other day. But it's like I never left.
That's funny.
In what ways?
I still got the same passwords, everything's synced up, easy to transition to get here. It's been a seamless process, right?
I was gonna say, are you able to hit the ground running?
Yeah.
Like, is a lot of stuff similar?
Hit the ground running. Again, that goes back to the relationship me and Pat. Like, how we work. There's a couple new coaches in the building I'm not familiar with, but my initial interactions with them, like, they're gonna be great to work with. So just still got a couple of stuff to clean up database wise and all that stuff. But other than that, man, I hit the ground running.
You put a lot of work into Chicago, obviously, helped get Malik here. I mean, just how do you feel about where you guys are going in that, especially the CPL and
Yeah.
Catholic League, all that? Like, how do you feel you guys are growing there?
I think we'll find out this spring.
Yeah.
I'll probably be on the road, so I'll go up there and see what's going on and how they feel up there. I do think that there's some talent in these young classes up there, so try to lock that area down as much as we can.